Hello, good morning, students. Hello, good morning. How are you? Hope you are doing fine this morning. Hello, good morning, Arohi, good morning, Arya, good morning, Mudipta, and good morning to everybody else who is joining us. A very good morning to all of you, Arohi, Arya, Mudipta, and everybody else who is joining us. And I hope you guys had your breakfast and you're all fresh and you're ready for a very interesting math session. Welcome to me and math classes, and this is our YouTube session. And our topic is going to be what today? We will see. We will see that. Before that, we'll talk about a few things. So, good morning. So, whoever is writing a message, kindly write your name with it in whatever message you are writing, and also um, when after you write a message, write your name, and also when we'll talk about the questions, when we'll do the questions on our topic, uh, try to write your name along with the option. As you know, that is the rule. Otherwise, I won't be able to know what your actual name is, and I won't be able to ask you anything, isn't it? So when you write your name, try to when you write the any message or you give answer to any question, write your name along with that. Okay, so that is the rule. You have to write. For example, if you say, sir, the answer is option number D25, for example. Okay, then you have to say D25 and write your name along with it, isn't it? That's our rule here. Or if you want to greet me, or if you want to return my greetings, okay, then you have to also write your name. So, good morning, Arya. Good morning, Mudipta, and everybody, uh, all the lovely children who are joining us this morning, and welcome to me and math classes. And uh, we'll be starting with our session now. All right. Okay. The topic today is time. Okay. So I think many of you know what time is, and you are either studying in class, and also you have been thinking about it, right? Since your uh, early years when you thought that what is morning, what is evening, what is noon. So morning comes first, then noon comes, and then evening comes. So it means time is passing. Thank you, Arohi. Thank you for asking. I'm good. I'm good. Good morning to you also. Okay, so the topic time will be there today. Okay, and I know you are very much aware of what time is. We'll do a little bit of a revision and we'll do the Olympiad level questions after that. Okay, so but before that, we have to Anurag. Good morning, Anurag. Good morning, Anurag. So before going on to study, we have to reveal our star student of the week, isn't it? So the star student of the this week is, let us check. Okay. So the star students of the week this week on our Me and Math platform are Trijal Sharma and Adam Johan, isn't it? So both these kids are the star students of the week because, as you know, they have attended all their classes, which they have their regular classes per week, isn't it? So they attend their regular classes. How there may be three, four regular classes which they attend. Then they whatever daily homeworks are sent to them, they do them on time, isn't it? The daily homework they do on time and do them correctly. So the daily homeworks, whoever does on time, does it correctly and attends the regular classes on time and answers every question the teacher asks in the class, that student has a great chance of becoming a star student of the week, isn't it? So whoever does all this can come on YouTube then. So then you can show your friends also that you can tell your friends I am on YouTube. Check this video and you can tell them that I am on YouTube and have become the star student of the week, isn't it? So mostly what you have to do is you have to do your daily homeworks on time and correctly, and you have to attend the regular classes and answer every question that the teacher says correctly to the best of your ability. Do very well in the class, do very well in the homeworks, and you can easily become the star student of the week. And I hope, okay, good morning, Satvik, good morning. So, and I hope that many of you will appear on this video next week or the weeks after that. Okay, so I hope that you will also become the star students of the week. All right. Okay, so in order to start first, as you know, we do this brain activity or a riddle. So, who will tell me what goes up but never comes down? So, Satvik, Anurag, Arohi, Mudipta, Arya, the question is for you guys. So, what goes up but never comes down? Okay, I think it is Arya. Whenever you give the answer after this, write your name. Yeah, you guys are giving the answer, but write your name along with it. So Arya gave the answer age first, then uh, Abhishek Kumar is Arohi. You haven't written your name. After this, whenever you write your answer, write your name along with it. So Abhishek or Arohi says age, and so does Arya, and Mudipta also says age. So very good. All three of you have got the answer right. Okay, because the answer is age. So what goes up but never comes down is the age. Once you become 3 years old, you cannot become 2 years old. Once you become 5 years old, you cannot become 4 years old. Once you become 8 years old, you cannot become 7 years old. Is it? So what cup goes up but never comes down? It is the age, isn't it? This is the riddle, and this is the brain activity for today. And I hope it, you know, it tickled a few brain cells and it made you all active for the rest of the class. So this is the first thing. What goes up but never comes down is my age. Okay, very good. So most of you have given the right answer, like Satvik and Arohi and Arya. But this you guys gave the answer but didn't write your name along. You should have written age, space, and then your name. That was the correct way of answering, as I told you. But anyways, yeah, now like Arohi has written. See how Arohi has written age Arohi? This is the way to answer here. Okay. In that way, I won't have any confusion that who is answering, because your earlier messages get buried in the chat. They go up and up in the chat. Then I don't know who is answering, isn't it? So if you tell me your answer along with your name, that is the great thing. Try to be correct and try to be quick also, but most of all try to be correct. Okay. So we need accuracy and speed, but we cannot compromise either for the other, isn't it? So now I also want to appreciate the various learners who come here on every Sunday morning and join us for the YouTube session and try to understand and learn a topic and try to answer questions to the best of their ability, and then they interact with the teacher, so they are well appreciated. I like so many students are here, like Sanvi and Mudipta and Arjanandani and Arya, and so many students who have so like today also others Satvik and others have joined, and yeah, Satvik and Arohi and others. So everybody, Swadin, everybody who joins, on in the morning, and then they interact and they try to learn the topic and try to understand and then answer the questions correctly and well. They are well appreciated, and uh, they are the learners who will go on and do really well in maths and in life. Okay, so the thing we have to talk about today is time, isn't it? So time is important, isn't it? So what is time? Elapsed time, if I say. So we need to know about time, isn't it? So the basic of time is, so let's revise and then do the questions. I know you know most of it, but let's try to, just brush up on our topic so that we don't face any problems, isn't it? So the point is, so the thing is that time uh, is nothing but the it is how much or the time elapsed, I should say. So when we are calculating, usually what comes in time when you read. So the time elapsed between the activities will be 9 minus 7, which will be 2 hours, because this both are given in hours, isn't it? So it will be 2 hours, isn't it? So this is the basic. What is time elapsed? It is final minus initial time of an activity, isn't it? So this is time elapsed. This we know. And how do we measure time? How do we check time? We know that we do it on a clock, isn't it? So usually there is a clock like this, and there we know it is, for example, this is the 12 marking, this is the 3 marking, this is the 6 marking, this is the 9 marking, isn't it? And there are two hands, as you know, isn't it? Two hands of a clock. So the longer hand is what hand? What is the longer hand? Can anybody tell me what the longer hand is? Which hand? The longer arm or the longer hand? There are two hands. Now, for example, this I'll make this shorter hand towards 3, and I'll make this longer hand towards 12. What is the longer hand known as? Will anybody tell me? The shorter hand is known as the R hand. I'll tell you that. So this is known as the R hand. HOUR, because it shows us the R. And what is the longer hand known as? Will anybody tell me? Come on. Minute hand. Very good. Very good, Arishetty and Mudipta. Well done. Well done, Mudipta. You have given the answer in the correct way. So the longer hand will be known as the minute hand. We know this much. So if the longer hand is the minute hand, the shorter hand is the hour hand. So how we check the time is that then if between 12 and 3 there will be this 1 and then 2, isn't it? And then 3 will be there, then 4 will be there, then 5 will be there, isn't it? Then 7 will be there, then 7 will be there, then 8 will be there, then 9, then 10, then 11, isn't it? And we know that between each division, the number of minutes that pass, so from 12 to 1, the minutes that will pass will be 5 minutes, isn't it? And then from 1 to 2, how many minutes will pass? 5 minutes. But the minutes are shown by the minute hand. So when the minute hand moves from 12 to 1, it means 5 minutes have passed. Then when it moves from 1 to 2, it means 5 more minutes have passed. Then when it moves from 2 to 3, it means 5 more minutes have passed. So for the total time that has elapsed from 12 to 3 will be 15 minutes. And the hour hand will be somewhere near 3, at 3 or a little bit after 3. When the hour hand is there, then we say the time will be, if the minute hand has passed 3 divisions, it will mean 3 it will mean 3. The hour hand will be at 3, and the minute hand will be at 15 minutes. So it will be 3:15 will be the time, isn't it? 3:15. Okay. If it is in the early morning, meaning deep into the night, that will mean AM, after midnight, isn't it? Or if it is after noon, and then it will be PM, isn't it? So that is AM and PM. That also we need to know. isn't it? Also, sometimes the clock is given in 24 hours, so it starts at midnight. Then the first time that will be there will be at midnight. We say it is 0 0 0 colon 00 hours. Okay, then it starts moving like the up till noon. Up till noon it is the normal time. So once we reach 12 o'clock, then the 1 p.m. time, that would be on a 12 hour format, becomes 1300 hours, or 13 p.m. the 1 p.m. Isn't it? 1300 hours doesn't need p.m. because 13 itself means p.m. Then it will be 1400 hours, then 1500 hours, or so on. 1500 hours will be 3, because from we started from midnight, and when we reached noon it became 12, isn't it? But in a 24-hour format, sometime which we take the 24-hour format, if you say see somewhere 13, the time is 13 colon 00, or 14 colon 0 0 0 0. So 13 will mean 1 p.m., 14 will mean 2 p.m., 15 will mean 3 p.m. Okay, it will continue like that till 24. 24 will be again 00 hours, okay, or 12 midnight of the next day. Okay, that sort of clock is called the 24-hour clock. But usually the 12-hour format is what you have to study first. So the 12-hour format is uh, very simple. So the minute hand moves, and we know 5 minutes elapse when it moves from one division to another, as Mudipta has said at Arohi, that it's like a table of 5, then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. At 6 it will become 30, and at 30 we say half past. If we say 15 minutes past 3, it means 3:15. If we say half past 3, it means 30 minutes past 3, isn't it? Similarly, if the minute hand is at 6 and the hour hand is at 3, it will mean uh, half past 3. If the hour hand is at 5 and the minute hand is at 3, it we say 15 minutes past 5 or quarter past 5, because 15 out of a total 60 minutes is how much? Quarter. 15 by 60, if you remember from fraction, 1 by 4 is a quarter. Therefore, 15 minutes out of a 60 are quarter. So at 15, we can say quarter past 5. If the hour hand is on 5 and the minute hand is on 3. All right, students. So also you need to remember the general your conversion, that 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, isn't it? 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So the 1 minute is made up of 60 seconds. Sometimes the clocks also have those, that very small the needle, which is the seconds needle, which moves like tick tick. It makes a tick tick sound, and with each tick there is a second. And when it completes one full revolution, it means that 60 seconds have passed or 1 minute has passed. Then the minute hand will move a little bit ahead, and when it completes that seconds needle, when it completes five complete revolutions, then the minute hand will have moved 5 minutes, and it would have moved one full division on the clock, isn't it? So these are the basics about time and how to read a clock you need to know, and how much time has elapsed, and how the conversions are done, isn't it? And I know you have studied this in class also, and you know much of it. So since we have revised also and we have brushed up our topic, let's do the questions. Okay. So the first question, for which I'll give you 2 minutes, is the first clock is like this. Okay, so it is the minute hand is at 6, hour hand is at 7 in the first clock. And in the second clock, or when time has passed, in the same clock, it is now showing the minute hand is at 6, but the hour hand is on 8. A little bit ahead of 8, but on 8 only. How many minutes have passed? That is what the question. How many minutes later will this clock change into this clock? How many minutes later? I'll give you simple. It's a very easy question. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. Arya says option D. Reply like Arya. Arya sees she wrote her or name and then wrote the option also. Option D says Arya. Come on, I'm waiting for her answers. Arya has answered. Let's see how many else have understood, how many else answer. So this clock, the left clock is there and the right clock is there. How many minutes have passed that the left clock is now looking like the right clock? No, Mudipta, 5 minutes. It's not 5 minutes. The longer one is the minute hand. It is on six only. You have to check the hour hand has moved from 7 to 8. Sriharini says D. Anu Kumari says 30. She hasn't written the name. Sriharini says D. Arya says D. Satvik also says D. Arohi also says D. 60 minutes says Mudipta. So well done. Most of you have given the right answer. Option number D, 60 is correct. Well done to everybody like Arohi, Arya and Sriharini and Arohi and Satvik and Mudipta because D, see when the this 7 will move to 8 only when this makes a complete uh, 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 one round around the digits. So the minute hand moves from 6 and back to 6. So it means 1 hour has passed. So it will move from 7 to 8. The hour hand. When the minute hand moves 60 minutes, then the hour hand moves one division. The hour hand has moved one division, and this then only then when it has moved 1 hour or 60 minutes will this 7 move to 8. Isn't it? Therefore, option number D, 60 is the correct answer. Most of you have answered brilliantly. Well done, and a two thumbs up for me this morning for you to uh, begin your questions so well. Okay, now the next thing is about days. So if tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday, okay, then today is, if tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday, now we know the days of the week. This will help you revise that also. So the days of the week is, you can write it like this: Sunday, Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday. I'll write from this side, Friday, and Saturday, isn't it? So the question is, if tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday, okay? So if tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday, so tomorrow is what? 3 days before Tuesday. Then today is, these are the number of days, isn't it? So Mudita says A, Arya says A, Anukumari says Friday. Let's see. So tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday. So check properly. This is a little bit tricky. So Sunday is followed by Monday, but before Sunday, what will be there? I'll write this also. It will be Saturday, isn't it? Before Saturday, it will be what? Friday, isn't it? This is the previous week, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, isn't it? Now, Sriharini says A, Arohi says A. Let's see if anybody else. Arya says A, Modipta says A, Satvik says B, Saturday. So if tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday, so tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday. What is 3 days before Tuesday? We need to find that first. 3 days before Tuesday is from Tuesday. It is Monday, Sunday, Saturday, isn't it? Monday, Sunday, Saturday. Isn't it 3 days before Tuesday? But it is saying tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday. So tomorrow for the person who is saying this statement is Saturday. But the question is then today is means what will be today? Today will be Friday. So very well done. Whoever is saying option A, Friday is the correct answer. Okay. So obviously option A, Friday is the correct answer as Arya, Mudipta, Arohi, Sriharini and Anukumari have said. Anukumari, you are not writing your name. Satvik, you have got it a bit wrong. Aryanandani A, well done. You have got it a bit wrong. You have reached this day, Saturday, because tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday. 3 days before Tuesday is Saturday, but it is saying then today is. It was the question was little bit like a riddle. So then today is. Tomorrow is Saturday because tomorrow is 3 days before Tuesday, but today will be Friday then, isn't it? So well done to everybody who has given the right answer. Friday will be the answer, isn't it? Since 3 days, see, one, two, three. So tomorrow will be Saturday. 3 days before Tuesday is Saturday. And then one day before that will be Friday. Well done. Well done to everybody who has got this question right. Well done. So let's do the next. Okay. So classes in a school start at 7:25 a.m. and end at 1:30 p.m. For how long do the classes last? Come on, we just did a question like this when we were brushing up on our topic. Classes in a school start at 7:25 a.m. and it end at 1:30 p.m. Okay? So how long do they last? Okay. Okay, Lavanya, good. So Mudipta has said D, Arya has said D, Arya has said it first D, then Mudipta D. Anybody else? Come on, I'll be waiting for your answers. Arya has said D, Mudipta has said D. Anybody else who wants to answer? Who thinks they can do this question very easily? Satvik has said D. So who else is going to answer? Satvik has said D. Sriharini has said D. Aryanandani D. Lavanya, write your name. A. Lavanya is saying A. Aryanandani D. Arohi has said D. So Arohi, Aryanandani, Sriharini, Satvik, Mudipta, Arya. Everybody is saying D other than I think Lavanya. Lavanya is saying A. She has a little bit confusion, I think. So I also think that option number D is the correct answer. 6 hours and 5 minutes is the correct answer. Why? So we have to calculate the time elapsed from 7:25 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Isn't it? So there are many ways to do it. So one way to do it to solve this question is 7:25. Then 1 hour will pass. It will be 8:25. We can count on our fingers. Then one more hour will pass. It will be 9:25. One more hour will pass. It will become 10:25. Then similarly 11, 12:25 and 1:25. So 6 hours have passed. Now how many minutes after 1:25 is 1:30? It is after 5 minutes. 125, 25 minutes have passed. Nah, sorry, in the time. So how many minutes after 125 is 135 minutes. Therefore, it will be 6 hours and 5 minutes, isn't it? Or you can do another thing. You can check from 725 to 8. How many minutes are there? 35. So from 725 to 8, there are 35 minutes because 25 plus 35 is 60, isn't it? So 60 minutes comprise of an hour. Then from 1 to 130, so from 725 to 8, there are 35 minutes. And from 1 to 130, there are 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll keep the minutes separate. Now, how many then? I have calculated from 725 to 8 and from 1 to 130. So the time which remains in between is from 8 to 1. Between 8 and 1, there are 5 hours. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So there are 5 hours. And now I'll add the minutes separately. 30 plus 35 is 65 minutes, isn't it? And 65 minutes when converted to hours become 1 hour and 5 minutes. And when I add both of these together, 5 plus 1 becomes 6 hours and 5 minutes, isn't it? So 6 hours and 5 minutes. Option number D is the correct answer. Well done to everybody who has got it. And I think it was quite an easy question. So the easiest way would be to count on finger 725. After that will be 1 hour 825. You have to say along with the minutes, isn't it? Because one after 1 hour it will be 825. After one more hour it will be 920 because the starting point is 725. Then thereafter 925, then 1025, then 1125, then 1225, then 125. And 125 plus 5 is 30. So that way it will be 6 hours and 5 minutes. Well done. Now, next question. Who will tell me what is the time shown on the clock given? So the smaller hand, which is the hour hand, is on 4, and the bigger hand, which is the minute hand, is on 11. So it is less than 4, a little bit less than 4. So you can see. Okay, Arya says option A. Modipta has given an answer. Arya has given the answer. Anybody else? Aryanandani has given an answer. Arya, Mudipta, Aryanandani have given answers. Let's wait for the answers of others. Come on, students. Look at the clock and look at the smaller hand, which is the hour hand, and look at the bigger hand, which is the minute hand, and then arrive at an answer. Okay, Arohi has given an answer. We'll wait for other answers also for a minute or so. Aryanandani says B. Arohi says B. Lavanya says B. Mudipta says B. But Arya says A. Okay. Sriharini says A. Satvik says B. Okay. So there is a little bit confusion between A and B. But I must tell you that A is the correct answer. Why? See the R hand is at 4, almost 4. Okay. And it is 5 minutes more before the minute hand reaches 12. So it is not after 4. This has not reached after 4, isn't it? So at 4:55, it will be almost time that it will be 5. So this R hand should be closer to 5 at that point. At 3:55, so when it is about to hit 4 o'clock, the R hand will be nearer 4. Okay, so when it is nearer 4 and this minute hand is at 11, 11 means 55 minutes. It will mean the time is 3 hours and 3:55. We can say it will be 3 in hours and 55 in minutes. Because now, after only 5 minutes, the minute hand will reach 12. The hour hand will not travel up till 5. So at 4 p.m., after after 5 minutes, there will be 4 p.m. Therefore, it is 3:55. Okay. Whenever the minute hand has reached to 10 or 11 or even 9, okay, so it is well past the halfway mark, actually well past 6. When it is the minute hand, the the hour hand is closer to the next o'clock. I can say it is the next o'clock. So if it has passed 6, okay, so it means that it has passed 3, and it is nearer to 4 now. Therefore, it will be 3 and 55 minutes. Okay, because after 5 minutes, this minute hand will reach 12, and it will be exact 4 o'clock. Now, when it will start passing again, this hour hand will keep on moving. Okay, and when the hour hand, if it was here the hour hand, and the minute hand was again at the same point, then it would have been 4:55. It would be 55 minutes past 4. But at that point, the hour hand would be here. Okay, so well done to Sriharini and Arya who has got this question right. Others try to understand what I was saying. Why it was 3:55 and not 4:55. Okay, you have to think about it and keep practicing, and then you will understand that why it was 3:55 and not 4:55. All right, now it's about weeks and days. So, how many days are there in 7 weeks and 6 days? Very easy question. Come on, tell me the answer. How many days are there in 7 weeks and 6 days? Who will tell me the answer? How many days are there in 7 weeks and 6 days? Seven weeks and 6 days. Okay, Arya has given an answer. Let's see what others say. 7 weeks and 6 days. How many days are there? Sriharini has also answered. Arya has also answered. Mudipta has also answered. Satvik has also answered. Come on, other students. Aryanandani has also answered. Arya, Sriharini, Mudipta, Satvik, Aryanandani have answered. Okay, Sriharini has answered. Yeah, I saw your answer. Anybody else who wants to answer this question? I'll give you 20 seconds more. Arohi has answered now. So well done. Everybody has given the answer A, that is 55 days. Why? Because in a week there are 7 days. So how many days are there in 7 weeks? Simple multiplication, 7 multiplied by 7, isn't it? So 7 multiplied by 7 is 49. Okay. First, we know that in 7 weeks, how many days? In one week, there are 7 days. In 7 weeks, there will be how many days? 7 multiplied by 7. Simple multiplication, isn't it? Then we have to add 6 more days to it, isn't it? 6 days. It is because it is saying how many days are there in 7 weeks and 6 days. 49 plus 6. Therefore, that will be equal to 55 days. So well done. Everybody has done this question correctly. So A, 55 days is correct. I think Lavanya, you have got it wrong. 52 is not right. 55 is right. You can check how. So 7 weeks have 49 days plus 6 days will mean days. Okay, so good. Most of you got it correct and quickly. Well done. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, the first session of a cricket match. So there are sessions in a cricket match sometimes. Test cricket, there are sessions. The first session of a cricket match began at 8:15 a.m. It lasted 3 hours and 30 minutes. When did the first session end? Come on. So you have to calculate the time elapsed. So what is 3 hours and 30 minutes after 8:15 a.m.? We just did a question like this. You can do it. Mudipta says the answer first. Mudipta has answered. Arya says option D. So Arya has answered. Mudipta has answered. Anybody else who wants to answer? I'll give you a minute. So the first session it began at 8:15 a.m. and it lasted for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Arya Nandini says D. Satvik says D. Arohi says D. Arya says D. Mudipta says D. Anybody else? So let's check. So what is 3 hours and 30 minutes after 8:15 a.m.? Because the session lasted 3 hours and 30 minutes. So let's check. So when 1 hour will pass, this hour hand will reach 9 and this will be at 15 again. After exact 60 minutes or 1 hour. So 1 hour has passed. Another hour has passed. This hour hand will be here and again this will be at 15 minutes. So 10 hours 15 minutes after 2 hours. When 3 hours have passed, it will become 11 on the hour hand and 15 minutes. 9, 10, 11, 3 hours have passed and the 15 minutes which already was the time because the time began at 8:15 a.m. So so 1 hour after 8:15 is 9:15, 2 hours after 8:15 is 10:15, 3 hours after 8:15 is 11:15, isn't it? And 30 minutes after 11:15 is how much? 30 minutes after 11:15 is this much, isn't it? So it will the minute hand will reach 9 in this case. And therefore at 9 what is how many minutes have elapsed? 45 minutes. Therefore option number D 11:45 a.m. is the correct answer. All right. So well done. Everybody has got this answer right. Well done. 11:45 a.m. is the correct answer. Now, next question. Again, similar question. You just have to be a little, attentive towards the question and you will be able to do it. So, what time is it? 11 hours and 11 minutes after 11:11 p.m. So 11:11 p.m. is 11 minutes past 11. Now try to go 11 hours after this and then add 11 minutes to that. Come on, 11 hours and 11 minutes after 11:11 p.m. Correct. It's right now it's also 11:45. Mudipta has given an answer. Arya has given an answer. Satvik, Arya, Mudipta, and Anukumari, you have to write your name. I think you are Lavanya, you have to write your name. Be careful what the answer is. Satvik has given A, Arinandani has given A. Many of you have given D also. Arinandani has given A, Satvik has given A, Arohi has given D. Anybody else who wants to answer or correct the answer? So Satvik is saying A, Arinandani A, Arohi and Arya and Mudip. The others are saying D. Now let's check. Now 11 hours and 11 minutes after 11:11 p.m. So let's check the 11 hours first. So 11:11 p.m. will be like this on the clock, somewhat. So 11 will be here, 10 here, 9 here. So let me write just 11 and this will be 12, isn't it? And this will be 1. This will be 2 and this will be 3. So the hour hand will be here on 11 and the minute hand will be here somewhere after, a little bit after 2. So this is 11 hours and uh, 11 and 11:11 p.m. So 11:11 p.m. means 11 minutes past 11. Okay. Now when I move 1 hour, so I have to count 12, 11 hours and 11 minutes. When I move 1 hour, it will become 12 and 11 minutes, isn't it? So 1 hour. So next I check, then it will move 1, isn't it? So 2, the total becomes 2 hours. At 12, 1 hour has passed. As 1, 2 hours have passed. Then 3 at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. At 11, it will be, so 11 hours and 11 minutes. I have to, but first I'll check 11 hours. 11 hours after 11, the clock will strike 10. Okay, so it will be 11 minutes past 10 a.m. this time. So 11 minutes past 10 a.m. it will be there, and then I have to add 11 more minutes to it. So 11 more minutes to 10:11 will be 22 minutes. So the time will be option number A, 10:22 a.m. So many of you got this wrong, but some got it right. So well done, Arohi and Satvik and Arya. Arya, I think you corrected your answer, and Sri Harini said A, Satvik said A, Aranandani said A, and A of 10:22 a.m. is the right answer, isn't it? Satvik and Arohi and Arya and Sri Harini and Aryanandani, everybody else who answered correctly, well done, and who couldn't, just think about it. So after 12, actually 11 hours and 11 minutes, the easiest way to uh, calculate this is that if a clock um, moves 12 hours, it comes back at the same point. If you think about it, always when it moves 12 hours, it comes back to the same point it was before. When it travels 11 hours, okay, or time passes 11 hours, means if it was 11 p.m., it will be after 11 hours, it will be 1 less than 12 hours, that is 10. Okay, so if 12 hours were passed after 11:11, it would be 11:11. If 11 hours have passed after 11:11, it will be 10:11. So 10:11 plus 11 minutes is 10:22. Therefore, 10:22, option number A, Mudita has also answered now, is the correct answer. Well done. Now, this question, now this is a very easy question, I know. So, how many years and months are there in 365 months, not days? Check this question carefully. How many years and months are there in 365 months? Come on, 365 months. How many years and months are there in 365 months? How many years and months are there in 365 months? So we are converting months into. Arya has given the answer. Anybody else? We are converting months only into years and months. That is the question. Come on. So Aryanandani says C. Arya says C. Anybody else who is answering? Come on. Satvik says C. I think Mudipta says C also. And some of you are saying A. But what is the question? The question is how many years and months are there in 365 months? So I'm not converting days. 365 days are there in a year, days, but not months. So 365 months, how many years will be in that? So 12 months make up 300 a year. So 365 months will make how many? We have to divide 365 by 12. It was a simple division problem. So 12 threes are 36, isn't it? 0 is the remainder, isn't it? So 5 comes down. Okay. So I cannot divide this by um, uh, 12. So I have to add a 0 to it. Therefore, 12, what will I do? I'll put another 0 in it. Isn't it? 365 months are there. So 12, let me check. 12 threes are 36, yes. And 5 comes down, then 0 you have to write as, isn't it? Is it 365 months? Yes. So actually, it will just be 30 years and 5 months. Why? I'll show you. So 365 divided by 12, isn't it? So as yes, Arindandani, you have written a 1 year and 0 months. You are saying Arindandi, but it is C. So 300 and when I am saying somebody, if 12 months make up a year, so 365 months will make how many years and months? So 10 years will have 12 into 10, 120 months. Similarly, 20 years will have 120 plus 120, isn't it? Then 30 years will have 120 plus 120 plus 120. In this way, it will become easier for you to understand. So if 1 year has 12 months, 10 years will have 120. How many will have? Well, how many will there will be in 20 months? 240. And how many will there be in uh, 30 years? Is 360. So 30 years will mean 360 uh, months. And how many other months are remaining there? 5 months. Therefore, the answer is 30 years, 5 months. Do you get my point? I hope you got it. And I think most of you have given the right answer. Arinandani and uh, has said A. Mudita has said C. Arohi has said C. Gopal Patra has said C. Arya Nandini C. So Arya has said C. So most of you have given the right answer, and C is indeed the correct option. Okay. Now let's do the Sunday bonus question since we are running out of time. So what is this Sunday bonus question? So Ali left home at 9 a.m. He spent 15 minutes walking to Sam's house, then stayed there for 2 hours and 15 minutes, then spent another 15 minutes to come back home. And at what time did Ali arrive home? Come on, come on, this is your Sunday bonus question. So, who will answer? Very easy question. Very easy. So, if he left at 9 a.m., he spent 15 minutes walking, so that makes 15 past 9. Then, what will you do? 2 hours to that. Arya says option B. Satvik says option D. Anybody else? Satvik says option D. Arya says option B. Mudipta says option B. Satvik says option D. Arya says option B. I'll give you a minute more. Come on, others. You can do it. Come on. Very easy question. We have done questions like this already. Okay, who else is going to answer? So Aryanandani, I think, is saying B also. Anybody else? We have to wrap this up. Come on, quickly. So 9 a.m. Ali left his home. 15 minutes he spent walking to Sam's house. So it becomes 9:15 a.m., isn't it? Then he stayed at Sam's house there for 2 hours and 15 minutes. 9:15 plus 1 hour is 10:15 plus another hour is 11:15. Plus add these 15 minutes also. So it will become 11:30. Once it becomes 11:30, then he has to come back home. So 15 more minutes are spent in coming back home. So it becomes 11:45. 11:45 is also known as quarter to 12. Quarter to 12 means 15 minutes to 12, isn't it? Quarter past 12 means 15 minutes after 12. Quarter to 12 means 15 minutes before 12. Okay? So you have to check, is it past or to? So option number B is indeed the correct answer, isn't it? So many of you have given the correct answer, like Mudipta and Arinandani, I think, and and Satvik and others. Okay, then I think our time is up. Well done. See you soon. See you in the next week. Okay, guys. So we have to wrap it up here since